Hi friends, it's Amanda here from Fun Hands-On Learning. In today's video, I'd like to show you the activities that I have planned out for the next week or two. These activities are geared towards first grade, but they could be used with younger students in kindergarten or older students in second grade. You can kind of tailor them to the age range of your students and the needs of your students. So let's get into this, and I'm excited to show you what I have prepared for my first grader. All right, this first activity is called CVCE, Missing Word Sentences. Now, most of the activities you're going to see in this video today have an Easter or a spring theme to them because we are approaching Easter in about 2 weeks. And so I wanted to pull out the activities that would match with the season. So you're going to see a little theme to them, but they're all going to practice skills that the students need to practice all the time. So this one practices reading and finding the missing word. So it's a context type of activity, but it also is going to work on long vowel words. So it's a little bit of a phonics activity too, because all of the missing words in the sentences are words that have long vowels. So this activity comes with these sentence strips, and I put them in a pocket chart. I took just 5 of them and put 5 of them in a pocket chart. There are many that come with the set, so here's the rest of them. And then there are the missing words that go in them, and they all have, as you can tell, like a spring Easter theme because there's little eggs, and then on the cards with the words there's like bunnies and things like that. So what I did to make this even a little bit more fun is like I said, I put 5 sentences in the pocket chart, and then I put some eggs down here, and I hid the missing words in the eggs. So what he's going to do is he's going to just grab an egg, open it, and then try to find the sentence that would go, or the sentence that the word would go in, excuse me. Sorry if I'm moving my camera around, I'm trying to get you a good view. All right, so I'm just going to pick an egg. I'm going to open it here. This is what my student would do. And I'm going to read the word, and it is a long vowel word. This is a long A word. This is the word same. Then I'm going to look at my sentences and try to figure out which sentence this would go in. I think it would go in here. Twins look the same. And so my student would just stick it in the pocket chart there and then go on to another one. Open up another egg. All right, whoop, fell out. Which one was in there? The word hide. Can you hide the eggs? So it's just filling in sentences, which is great for context clues. And I'm trying to think right now of what they used to call this when I was a teacher, these kind of sentences. There's a special name for these kind of sentences where you're finding the missing word. Anyway, it's escaping my brain at the moment. But yeah, it really works on reading skills for sure. All right, so I'm going to open another one. And this says joke. Dad told a funny joke. That one goes here. All right, so they have to be able to read the sentence. They have to be able to figure out the context in order to complete it so that they know what word would make sense. All right, this next one is long I. It's the word like. And I think that's going to go on the bottom here. Can you see this? Do you like pie? And so then we'll open the last egg. And what's in there? Came. He came to the party. So that's how we're going to do this activity. Once you would finish all of those, we'll go on to the next set of sentences. I'll put the next set up, and we will add the rest of the words, and we'll put them in eggs, and we'll continue on. All right, I will leave links to all of these activities in the description box below, so you can find them and you can use them for yourself. All right, let's go on to the next activity. All right, this next activity is called Rhyming Words Matching Cover. It's another reading activity. I'm going to show you all of the reading and phonics activities first, and then we'll move into some of the math activities that I have ready. All right, now one disclaimer is that when I'm showing you these activities, these are the fun hands-on activities that we're doing. It's obviously not our full curriculum and everything that we're doing for school. These are just the hands-on activities that I'm showing you that go along with all of what we are learning. Okay, so this activity is just simple rhyming words, and I'm going to show you, in my last video I showed you some of the manipulatives that I have for spring and Easter that we use with our activities, and I'm going to show you those in this video as well really quick in case you didn't see that video, because it was a preschool video, so you may not have watched it, because not everyone that is doing first grade may be watching the preschool videos. So let me show you those, and then I have a few other ones to add to this video that I use with my older children that I don't use with the little kids. So, all right, let me just show you really quick what I have. I have these are foam stickers, and we just keep the backing on them. We don't make them sticky, and then we use these with our activities. I also have, okay, these little baskets I showed in my last video. I got them at the dollar store. In this one, I have just little finger puppets with bunnies and chicks. Again, Easter and spring themed. This one, I have just some little eggs that I got at the dollar store. This one is also little eggs. They're just little pokey ball eggs. And this one are like just little soft chicks and frogs and lambs that are dressed up like bunnies. So those are cute, and I've used those with my little kids. Then I also have some manipulatives that I use with the older ones. Okay, these I forgot to show you in the last video. I am going to be using these with my preschoolers as well. These are finger puppets as well, but they tell the Easter story. We are Christians, and so they tell the story of Jesus raising from the dead. And so these are really cute. So we're going to be using those. And then for my older children that this video is more geared toward, or some of my, these are my middle-aged kids. I have 8 children. If you've never seen any of my videos, I have 8 children that I homeschool, and so these activities are for some of the ones that are kids that are in the middle age of my group, if that makes any sense. Anyways, here I just have these cute little, I don't know what they're called, they're just kind of like these little squishy guys. There's chicks and bunnies and butterflies for new life, and eggs, and so those are fun. Then I also have erasers. Erasers are easy to come by if you're looking for a good manipulative to use with your hands-on activities. These ones I got have like crosses and hearts that say faith, and the dove, and he lives, little hearts and things like that. Oh, and little Easter eggs. So these are just all Easter themed. And then the last set, these are also erasers. These are just little bunny erasers that I found. So lots and lots of choices for spring and Easter to use with our activities. Okay, so let's get into the activity. This activity works on rhyming words, and basically it just comes with these cards. What the children do is they take a card. I'm just going to take the first one. And they look at the picture. This picture is a pig, and then they cover up all the words that rhyme with pig, and they use their little manipulatives like I was showing you. So I'm going to go ahead and use our erasers. All right, so I would cover up wig and rig and dig and big. All of those rhyme with pig. Now, to go one step further with my first grader, since that's kind of easy for him, then he can try to use the sentences, or use the words that he covered up in a sentence, or as many of the words as he can in a sentence. So he might say something like, I found, or the pig went on a big rig wearing a wig, something like that. He could try to use as many words as he can in a sentence. So I think that that would be a great way to expand the activity and make it a little bit more difficult for students who might enjoy the challenge. All right, so then, and these rhyming word cards have different vowels. So this is a short I rhyming card. This is a short O rhyming card. Let's see, this is a short A rhyming card. So yeah, so we would just continue on. So we take another card. Okay, so here is another card, and we're gonna find all of the rhyming words that would go with fan. And again, I'm just going to grab some of our manipulatives and cover up the answers. So fan would rhyme with tan, it would rhyme with pan, and it would rhyme with can. pan, and even the name Dan. Oops. There we go. All right, so that's what the students would do, and they just continue on doing all the rhyming cards. Okay, this activity is another reading activity. It is roll for fluency practice. So you roll a die, you read a sentence, and you color an Easter egg after you read. And then you continue till all the eggs are covered. So, I have my dry erase marker here, and you can see I haven't erased from last year when I did this with another student. But basically there's two sides, so here's one side, here's another side, and what they do is they basically just roll the die. All right, I got a 2. So I have to read these sentences, and I have to read them correctly, and then I get to color in an Easter egg. So, John has a dog book. John reads about dogs. John likes his book a lot. If I read it correctly, I can color in my Easter egg right here. And I'm just using a dry erase marker, so eventually we can erase this. I have this page laminated. All right, so then they would roll again. And 3. Now I'm going to read these sentences. Luke plays a game. Luke plays a fun game. Luke plays and plays. I don't know if you can read that. But if he reads it correctly, he colors it in. And again, they get to do each section twice until they are finished. They just keep rolling and reading. If they do this side, then they can practice on the other side. And it's just simple sentences. Some of it's repetitive and very poignant for the age that we're working with. So just another fun one to read and practice. Okay, this activity is syllable puzzles, so we are practicing counting syllables in words. And what the children have to do is they have to match up the eggs by counting the syllables in the picture. So let's see. Here on my pocket chart, I have all of the numbers, okay, that match up with the different eggs. And then here I have the eggs. So let me scooch you in here and I'll show you how it works. So the students are going to grab an egg, and this egg is a picture of flowers, and I'm going to just use some of my manipulatives to help me count out the syllables. So I'm going to say them, and then I'll put a manipulative down for each syllable that I say. Flowers. Flowers has 2 syllables in it. So then I'm going to look up here for the number 2 and find the matching egg with the number 2. And then my last step is to match it up. So the word flowers has 2 syllables. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to another one. Let's move these. All right, now I have elephant. So let's use our manipulatives to count that out. Elephant. Elephant has 3 syllables. So now I'm going to match up my egg. And now I have 3 syllables. So the students will just continue on. There's lots of cards here, and they practice how many syllables are in the word. Here I have strawberry. So I'll do one more. Strawberry. Strawberry has 3 syllables. And placing the objects down just helps the students, as they're saying the sounds, to put an object down just helps them to count it. All right, so we have strawberries. Now I know I have 3 syllables in that word, or strawberry. It's just singular. Doesn't matter though, there's still only 3 syllables. And we match it up. All right, so fun activity. We continue on till we finished all of our cards. Okay, this is a phonics activity. This is called Easter Basket Trigraph Sort. So we are working on trigraphs. That's a phonics skill of, at the beginning of a word, when you have 3 consonants that blend together. So what I did is, this activity comes with the Easter baskets with the trigraphs on them. So there's THR and SCR and SPL and SHR, SQU. I just took 2 Easter baskets. We'll do 2 at a time probably. And then I put the answer cards in here, so he just has to pull them out. So what he'll do is he'll pull out a card, and it says ing, and he has to decide, does ing start with STR for string or SPR? So here is a picture of a girl with a string, so it would go here for string. So this egg goes in this basket. And I should probably have cut these out. If you're going to put this activity together, I would recommend cutting them out and making them look like actual eggs. I cut them out in rectangles, and I don't know why I did that. But anyway, so then he'd grab another one. This is A. So A would go with SPR to make spray. And here we have eat. That would go with STR to make street. And then I have ing, another ing, and this one has a picture that would match to make the word spring. So that one would go here. All right, so then those baskets would be finished, and we would go on. I would put more cards in here for him, and we would pick 2 more of our baskets. Okay, let's go on to the last reading type activity, and then we'll go on to math. All right, this activity is called short or long vowel read and cover. So what we're going to need for this activity, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. I want my dry erase mark for this activity. Okay, so this activity comes with 2 mats. You could do the long vowel mat or you could do the short vowel mat. I'm going to do the long vowel mat with my student because it's a little bit trickier. Well, long vowels come, you teach long vowels after the short vowels, so it's a little bit harder. And then in this little basket, I have the cards for the long vowel mat. So here's what he would do. He's going to grab a card. He's going to read the long vowel word. This is the word boat. I'm going to add a second step to him. I'm going to have him use his dry erase marker and mark the vowels. So he's going to mark the long vowels. So the way you would mark a long vowel is you put the line over the vowel that says the name, and then you put a line through the vowel that is silent. So when 2 vowels are together, the first one says its name, the second one is silent. So that's what we teach them in phonics. So he's going to mark it, and then he's going to cover up the picture on the mat that it matched. So this picture matches here, and so we're just going to go ahead and cover up that picture. He's going to continue on until we cover up all the pictures. So here's the next word. The next word is seat. We're going to put the long over the E, cross over the A, and then we're going to cover up the picture that matches, which is right there. And I'm just putting the, I don't know if you saw that, I'm just putting the cards that we finish in the pocket chart so that we can read them at the end. So when we're all done, we can go through and reread our words again. All right, this is the word paid. So we're going to mark it long, and then we're going to find our picture that matches, which is right there. And we're going to cover it up. So you get the idea. He's going to continue grabbing cards out of the basket, reading them, marking them, and covering up the whole mat. And when he's done, like I said, we're going to look at our pocket chart here, and we're going to reread through all of the words to make sure we understood, we read them all correctly. We could even use the words in sentences, things like that, to extend the activity if we want. All right, let's move on to some of our math activities. All right, this activity is called hop to add or subtract. And this activity works on story problems or word problems. And for some reason, I find that students really need extra practice on these. I don't know what it is about kids, but when it comes to story problems or word problems, they just need practice figuring out how to put the numbers together to come up with the answer. So this activity comes with the cards here. Again, it's a spring Eastery theme. It has a number line, and it has a little bunny that you attach to a clip. See how I did that? And then you use the bunny to hop and find the answer if the student needs to do that. So this first card says, Peter Rabbit had 6 eggs. He lost 4. Hop back to find how many are left. So he's going to put his bunny at 6. Sorry about that. He's going to put his bunny at 6. He's going to hop back 4 to find out how many are left. All right, so then we're going to write it down. 6 minus 4 equals 2. And I'm using a dry erase marker because I've laminated these cards. That way we can erase it and use it again. So then we just go on to the next activity, and pretty much some of them are addition, some of them are subtraction. That's pretty much all it is. I think I saw, yeah, so I saw some that we had not erased our answers yet that we used in a previous year or some other time. All right, let's move on to the next activity. Okay, Okay, this activity is practicing missing numbers on a 100 chart. And I'm going to make this activity a little bit harder for my kiddo. I'm going to show you how, but first let's just show you the beginning steps. So it comes with 3 different 100 charts. Here's one, and here's the other one. I'm going to use this one as our example, but they all pretty much do the exact same thing. I just give you 3 of them, 3 sets, so that you can do the activity a couple of different times. All right, so it comes with the chart like this, and then it comes with the cards. And basically all they do is they take a card, and this one you can see we've already written some numbers in, but they find the picture on the chart. So they would find this picture, it's right here. Okay, let's get you in there. The picture on this card is right here. And then they have to decide, well, what number would that be? Here's 14, here's 16, that number that's missing where the picture is 15. And then they would write it on their card with their dry erase markers. So we did that. Here's this one, the bunny. The bunny was in spot 72, so they wrote 72 on that card. Now what I'm going to do then is to extend this activity and make it a little bit harder. After he's done found 2 missing numbers, then I'm going to have him write the numbers on the board or on his dry erase board or on his paper and add the numbers. So that's going to make it a little bit more tricky. We're going to add another step. So find the missing numbers on the 100 chart, and then once he's found 2, we're going to add them. So there you go. Then we continue on, and all of the missing numbers that are on this chart have a corresponding card that we would find. So after we've finished here, this one must have been 35. Yep, this one was 35. So once we've done that, we can go on. Like I said, there's 3 different sets of these with pictures in different spots for them to find the missing number. All right, one more activity. All right, this last activity is 2D shape puzzles. So basically we're just matching up puzzles about shapes. So this first one here is triangles. So they would find the picture of the triangle and put that there. And then they would find the card. These have like just different numbers of sides. They'd find the card that says 3 sides and match it up like so. Now this also has, the Eastery theme with the bunnies, but one thing I forgot is I wanted to pull out my shapes to show you. I would also probably dump out some of our shape manipulatives and have him find a triangle and then match that up as well. So he's actually using some of our shapes to match it up. So I forgot to grab those out, but you understand the idea. If you have a container of shapes, they could also find it that way. And there are trickier shapes in here as well. There's pentagon, and let's see, circle, rectangle, there's another pentagon, oval, rhombus, trapezoid, octagon. So those are the shapes that they would be practicing. All right, guys, that is the end of the video. I thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.